Hello, everyone. Hello, we are back. We're back with some more unfair flips. Oh, this is a series that could be very short or could be very long, unfortunately. Very long and boring, we'll see. But let's do it. We're going to flip. We got to get 10 heads in a row. All right. We've done this 3 times before. I'm not going to try to get every ending on stream. I just want to get the win on stream. Right? The other endings I'll probably do off stream. Bam. We only need 2 more endings, I think. So one of the endings that we need, we have a 10% chance for. The other one that we need, we have a 20% chance for. But we want the win. So we're going to flip this. So the 4 things on the right that the 4 upgrades we can get are plus 5% heads chance. Boop. Minus 0.2 seconds flip time. Plus 0.5x heads combo multiplier, and upgrading the base coin worth. Cyberlich is a very artistic boomer shooter. Full title, Cyberlich and the Death Cult of Labor. Okay, I don't know anything about that, I don't think. Unless I have it wishlisted. Here, I can tell chat's going to be an issue. Let's put this up here for now. There we go. You may have watched one of the unfair flip videos. Oh, really? You know what? My last unfair flip video, episode 2, I actually think the last, like, 15, 20 minutes are pretty fun. Because it's just, the game is so boring. It's so boring that you have to kind of off-road at a certain point if you want it to be remotely entertaining. So, the game started making us, you know, question a lot of things. Question the settings. Explore the horror of the game. Oh, really? It seems like it's kind of blown up a little bit. I think I've seen a lot of people citing something with Northern Lion on this. I don't know what Northern Lion's stream of this looked like. I think Germa also did it. But here's the problem. The problem is I have a couple bad traits. One is that I'm super freaking stubborn, is bad trait number 1. And number 2 is I don't care enough about the quality of my stream. And those 2 things paired together means we might be playing this for a while. The one thing I thought of maybe doing was doing 1 run of this every day. Like at the end of my stream or at the beginning of my stream. Like 1 run of this game and then playing something else if we fail or whatever. That, you know, that way just to avoid it being super burnouty. Okay. But we played a lot of the games that I was thinking about playing today anyways. By a lot, I mean the 2. I would love to beat this, though. So from what I saw, I think the average time it takes for people to beat this game, or, like, get all the endings, is, like, 14 runs. We've done 3. There we go. What do you mean? It's a lore-rich game. We get to see a guy in the background drink milk every once in a while. There's a box of Leaf. Come on, we got this. Speaking of, I did buy 1 lottery ticket today. Okay, we need to upgrade this coin worth stat. Maybe after this run, though, maybe I will, maybe I'll try that new puzzle game. That looks kind of interesting. Maybe that will be the next thing we do. Come on. Okay, what is the best order of getting these upgrades? I feel like probability has got to be right up at the top. May the odds ever be in my favor. Well, currently it's 70% stacked against us. The way the ending works is so cruel. That's the cruelest part of the game. And the fact that it resets your stats so you can't just keep trying at endgame. Because if you could keep trying at endgame, then it wouldn't be so bad, right? That would be it. Then this would be a game that you would just grind out in one sitting. But the fact that you always have to go back to 20% chance, that's what makes it especially rough. All right, we're now flipping a nickel. I saw a web page that showed the speedrun strat for this game, where I guess you can like analyze where you are in the seed based on like the timing of when dude drinks milk, and using that you could figure out at the certain point where you start spamming the coin flip, and then that will guarantee 10 wins in a row. So apparently there is a speedrun strat. But it's currently only doable, I think, with like a tool to analyze the seed. But if there was a speedrun strat that was just like if you were someone was just doing a casual speedrun, I'm not sure what the optimal order for buying these is. I've been kind of prioritizing probability, then coin worth, then multiplier, then time of flip, but I'm not sure if that's the right order. Speaking of which, I just lied about my order there, because I did coin value before I did probability, which was a mistake for sure. Look at that row of tails. Oh my gosh. Nice. Nice. Come on. Come on. 2 more heads. Actually, why am I not aiming for the sky? 10 more heads. Come on. This is the problem. That if it's on average 14 runs to get all the endings, it gives us so little to comment on. We're just talking about like, oh man, I really hope it's soon, for 14 hours. And that's average. Well, not that the average run is 14 is an hour long. The average run's less than an hour. Listen, I played Desert Bus for 8 hours, 8.5 hours. This is currently fine. This is fine. I'm so curious why upgrade 2 or upgrade 2 of the coin is 625. What made them choose that value? Desert Bus. You were on the Desert Bus, I think. I'm trying to remember who was on the Desert Bus. It was you, I think CD North, I think Goats. There was more, though, I think, that were on the bus. I think there was at least one more on the bus. I feel like there were 4 people. You were on it in VR. That's horrible. That was like the proudest stream I had at the time, because I was like, how the hell did we manage to like make that stream not the worst ever? But unfortunately, we're not doing that on this game. We're keeping this boring. You know what, though? The last video I had weird things. Like, I closed my eyes and was like, I'm going to close my eyes this time. And that was one where we got an ending. Like, I just called it. I was just like, this is it now. Boom. We got it. And it was also, the flips were playing along for my comedic timing for a lot of it in the last video, which I appreciate. Okay, do you think this guy is a bear or a tiger? What is it? I feel like it has to be one of those two. A bear or a tiger. Kind of looks like bear-shaped tiger coloration. You think it's a bear? What are these lines, though? Come on. Please. For the love of God. When I get to this point, it's so that you're looking at something. You have something dynamic happening in the game. Okay, coin is... Oh, it's now worth a quarter. Okay. Next, we need some more probability. He's giving me, like, Gimp Mask vibes, you know? Something about it is really unsettling. We got a lot of heads on the screen right now. For 35% chance. $35 chance has been really, you know, doing well for us right now, actually. Okay. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this next probability boost. I hate it, though. Like, I know you can win with, like, no probability, but it feels like this game, like, this whole wind-up is just to get you up to buying all the upgrades, and then that's when you get your real chance in. Like, there's no way we're going to get it early. Come on. Please. I feel like I need to start... Ooh, there we go. I feel like I need to start an interesting game. Ooh, interesting game series. I've been thinking about... Once the Silksong playlist is done, I'm thinking about popping in a replacement difficult Metroidvania. Which the options are really... The ones I own that interest me. Grime doesn't really interest me all that much, although people say it's good. The ones that interest me are Nine Souls, Aeterna Noctis, Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, which I don't own, but I would buy that. And Rabbi Ribby. So I think I should maybe plop one of those in after Silksong's done. Come on. Give me that combo. Give me that combo. There we go. 500th flip. Okay. What time? We're at 15 minutes right now. What time do you think we finish this run at? That means, what time do we get the 10th one? Whatever ending it is. Because the fastest we've ever done it was about 26 or 28 minutes, and the slowest we've done was about an hour. I'm going to guess 52 minutes is my guess. You people watching the YouTube video, don't cheat by looking at the time of the video. You know what? Maybe I'll just leave extra runtime on at the end, or maybe I'll cut it early and we'll have the real ending in the next video so no one knows. Come on. We need to get 100. This one's always hard for me to choose if I want to go for the 45% or if I want to go for the loony. This part is always one of the hardest choices. Oh, the loony is just so tempting. Or, sorry, I should say the dollar. Just in case you guys don't know what a loony is. I just realized that there's a dollar coin in this game. Is this game Canadian? Because if so, where's my $2 coin? Why can we not upgrade to a toonie? Oh, we got a 10% chance to get the win on the final flip. If we got it this time, oh, I would be so grateful. Some of these stools, particularly that third stool, does not look like the most structurally sound. Also, the second stool is taller than the actual bar top. The second one looks like it's going to collapse over to the left. You know what's worse? This is only video 3. And we're already so desperate. Also, just the windows in the background are so disconcerting. Just all crushed together haphazardly. There is something a little bit horror vibe about this game. And I don't know if it's... I don't know who the bad man is. I don't know who the bartender is. I don't know who this guy is. Is this guy... Is this guy watching us a bad guy? Or is he trapped in here with us? Am I trapped in here? Am I a bad guy? I wish I could pick the developer's brain and they would let me know. I want to Heather Flowers. I want to know the setting. But maybe the mystery is best kept alive. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is some horrible run. Look at this. We are not having any runs going on. Oh my gosh. Oh, what's better, the coin or the heads? Chance. I'm kind of feeling the coin, honestly. The coin worth. When I say what's better, I don't mean what brings us closer to the win. I mean what brings us closer to getting all the upgrades. Because I don't anticipate getting the win early. I think I should plan not for getting the win early. I should plan for getting all the upgrades. Oh my gosh. Why are we playing this? Why not why are we playing this? Why did we play this for 2.5 hours and then wait a week or wait a few days and then say let's play it again? This is just stubbornness in action. To me, this feels like a game that what I should do is accept that I'm not going to win on stream and just pull out an auto clicker and go to bed. That's what I should do. That's not what I will do. Oh my god, the fact that we got the... Oh wait, is this a... This is a 20% chance? 10% chance? Okay. Egg bugged? Say hello to an old friend. Get egg bugged. What does that mean? Is that a reference to like an older game? Is that a different game by Heather Flowers? Let me see what Heather Flowers' other games are. Snake Farm? I think it's probably a Snake Farm reference. What is Snake Farm? It's gotta be a Snake Farm reference. Fight snakes. Is it a twin stick shooter? Take their oil. Wait, is that the guy? Is that the guy? It is a bear, confirmed. What in the world? Fish. Why do I not have this wish listed? Fish Fear Me. This one's a more normal price game. Unlock rituals. Another top-down shooter. All right, interesting. Okay. Fish Fear Me? Oh, it's on your wish list. I gotta check those out later. This game is just so cruel. That I need to know. And you know, the worst thing is, I'm like so not a masochist also. You know? I'm like... I was gonna say the opposite of a masochist. I don't mean a sadist. I mean lack of masochism. Oh, is it? It's a survivor's like or whatever they call it now? Oh. Okay. I had that wish listed. Okay. I'm not a masochist, but I hate being a quitter. I really hate quitting. So those two forces push against each other. I like how I haven't finished Elden Ring, but I'm like, yeah, we don't need to play that. We need to finish Unfair Flips, the game that it's literally possible to never ever ever win. Okay, we're getting there. I feel like the dollar was probably the right call. Did America ever have a dollar coin? Is that a thing that you guys ever had? I think we had a 50-cent coin in Canada, I believe. I do remember we used to have $2 bills, for sure. Okay. We're getting there with the upgrades. Get a $half and dollar coins. Nice. Did it look like this coin? Minus the face? A $2 bill? Which country? Oh, let's get this. Oh. Oh, that was a good run. And yes, Ava. We did 2 other games first. We did DOS Man, Space Aliens in Space, which was definitely the winner of the day. Oh. And then we did Blue Protocol Star Resonance, which was good if I was feeling MMO time, but I wasn't. I'm feeling flipping a coin in near silence. Well, define finished. Here's the problem. The problem is, when you get to the final flip, if you succeed, there's 5 endings. And we need to get the one that you only have 10% chance of getting. Oh. Oh. I should have gotten that. It's gonna be rough. I'm curious, when did the $2 bill get pulled from circulation in the States? Oh. That was a nice run. We've maxed everything out except for a heads chance. I feel like in Canada it was within my lifetime. I think it was early 90s. I could be wrong. Because I seem to recall them being a thing here. Like, in my life. I know Toonies came out in my life. Toonies, I think, were like 98 or something. Oh, so close. Actually, not that close. To be totally honest. The sad thing is, Toonies are spelt Toonies, which is just messed up. It should be TWO, but it's not. It is one of the goofier Canada things. You have a mountain of 1-cent coins. I used to. There's certain things that Canada does sometimes that makes us feel like a caricature of ourselves. And the fact that our coin is named a loony because there's a loon on it, and then toonie is spelt like loon because it's like two loonies. You had a bunch when you could still use them, but now you can't. And now at this point, you should just melt it down into copper. Not to sell, but just to turn into an effigy of yourself that you worship. Just create a copper bust. Okay, come on. We need this. We need this 10K. Frere Jacques. Wait, were the cents from, like, part of, like, the euro currency? How long has the euro been a thing? And, like, Britain never adopted the euro, right? Like, they kept using pound that whole time. Yeah, what I meant was, were the cents, like, cents from euro or cents from whatever currency was used pre-euro? I went to Europe in, like, I don't know, 2006 or 2007. I went to France and Switzerland. And I think France was on the euro, right? Was it Swiss francs or something? I don't remember. I don't know. But I definitely had euro when I went over there. Oh. I should have gotten this first, but whatever. It's a good run. We almost had an ending at 33 minutes, but we failed. The Dutch guilder. Hey, we're at 55% now. That's good. Oh, I've heard that. I've never heard... Oh, God, I don't know if I've heard Gilder, but I feel like I've heard Florin. Yeah. I seem to recall the euro... Their bills, I think, were kind of similar to Canadian. Although I seem to recall the euro bills are a little bit smaller, right? But they were that similar kind of, like, plasticky kind of bill, I seem to recall. And I think they were, like, blue. Whereas Canada has those plasticky bills and they're all, like, multicolored. Yeah, yeah. Ours are the same deal. $5 blue, $10 purple, $20 green, $50 is a red and $100 is orange. And that saved my ass once. Oh, I need to open up TikTok chat because I've been ignoring it. Yeah, I was at a convenience store and I bought something for whatever. It was like whatever, like $4. I paid a $20 bill. They gave me like whatever, like $1 back. And I was like, I gave you 20. I said, no, you didn't. And I said, yes, I did. I said, no, you didn't. You gave me 5 or whatever. I was like, no. She's like, you want me to pull up the security footage? And they had like a security, like a big TV up in front of the counter. Because it was one of those stores that like, I think probably gets, like people try to rob a lot. And so they have a button that they can hit and we'll just like lock the front door. So he plays the video and we turn and you can just see me handing him a green bill, like very obviously. It's like, thank God for Canadian currency, because if this was with an American bill, there's no way you would have been able to tell. Okay, we're 1/4 of the way to the final upgrade. Wait, you can't use 100 and above? Wait. What do you mean you can't use them? Like, you can't use them in certain places? Then why do they exist? To withdraw from one bank and deposit into a different bank? Like, with us, the $100 Canadian bills are sometimes not accepted. Yes. We are flipping a coin. I'm not even looking at the screen. We're basically, our only way of knowing how, like, if I'm winning or not is how far up the major scale those notes have gone. When we start getting up near the top of the major scale, I'll look back on the screen. But for now, I'm just chilling, talking to you guys. We're having bad luck right now. With how much, with the fact that it's stacked in our favor now, and we're not really having many combos. What are you talking about? Of course I went past 50%. I'd go past 60% if the game would let me. Didn't even get to the 5th. It's been so long since we heard the 4th that sounded exciting, but we weren't even halfway there. Come on, we can do this. You know, we're at 55% chance. That means we should get it in less than, on average, less than 1,000 attempts. Okay. We're not even getting high enough to get real good financial compensation for these combos. I feel like they should let you get to 65 for $1 million. Because if you're having that bad luck, you need it. Oh, oh. No! Well, oh God, that didn't even give us that much money. Oh my God, same again. 2 times in a row. I think in the States they're kind of... Is it... There's some talk about kind of going like... What's that thing that they have in China? Is it like WeChat or something that I'm thinking of? Listen, take everything I'm saying with a grain of salt, okay? I don't want to be the source of misinformation here. But I've heard of some interest in kind of having like a WeChat analog in the States. The everything app. Doom. 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 Not even halfway to the final upgrade. This is... I'm curious how many... Like, of all the games that exist, not including games that are, like, you know, Hentai Mosaic or something. Only games that you wouldn't get banned for. I wonder where this lists on the rank of worst to best stream game. It's got to be pretty far down there. I'm sure there's worse ones, like ones that are going to be like, you know, give 1 in 100 people a seizure or something. Okay, we're also going to discount ones that, you know, hijack your computer, ransomware. A very large amount of streams are just people chatting and not even really playing a game. True. Problem is, I think for that, you know, we're lucky today that we got a few of you, because when I did this the first time, we had one guy from TikTok chat that was into it. But I feel like some of those, you kind of need the you need the big chats and you need the gimmicks. Right? Like, you need things where it's like you know what'd be good? Desert Bus, but you program something where if the chat tips like whatever, $10 or something, that it like blacks your screen out for like 10 seconds. So you do a Desert Bus run, but the that is a stream idea. You have to have Twitch chat controls that can take over the monitor. So you can oh, that's a good idea. Ava, were you in the community when I did my Desert Bus stream? Because I did beat Desert Bus on stream. I did it on stream. I was so... You have no idea. After 8.5 hours, like 8 hours and 29 minutes, we're about to pull in. You have no idea the just corrupt temptation in my brain to drive off the road and get towed all the way back for 8 hours. Like, it was the most in my life that I've ever had, like, the cartoon conscience on my shoulder of, like, just win the game so that you can beat it. And the other side that says, oh, wouldn't this be a great clip? Messing up right before and seeing chat rage after sitting with you for 8 hours straight, driving on a straight road. Oh my God, I've never had such a pull. I'm sure they're a thing. I don't think they're as much of a thing. I don't think they have that excitement to them. Do you remember when the gimmick was having like like sensor bars over yourself or whatever? Oh God, yeah, pushing the line as hard as far as you can without getting banned. They're definitely a thing on Kick. That's for sure. You know what, though? I feel like... I'm gonna be real. There was a long time where you would hear... I always follow, like, the Twitch news, and there was a long time where you would always hear about the, like, Amaranth Indie Fox, like, boundary pushing, like, who's getting banned, what's the new meta, like, Morg Pie, whatever, like, causing all the controversy with, like, just, like, being right on the line of breaking terms of service and Twitch's decisions and all that stuff. I haven't heard about any of them in a long time. Like, I've seen some clips of, like, Morg Pie, like, with, you know, streamers like, who is she with? Like, Dean is cool, Mr. Arthur, those guys. Like, but I haven't seen anything about, like, the like, what do you call it? The meta to, like, try to get people over to your OF. It feels like that meta has kind of lost some of its, I don't know. I don't know if people are bored by it now or what. I just find you don't really hear about it on Twitch much. Or maybe it's just the places that I get my information about what's going on in Twitch culture. Maybe they've just stopped reporting on it. Maybe there's still tons of rivalry, like dramatic, exciting things happening, but I don't know about it. Oh my God. So remember, my prediction was 52 minutes. We're coming up on 52 minutes very soon. I feel like the new Twitch meta is getting stalked. People online have gotten unhinged recently. It is very crazy. I don't know why it's like in the past year or so. In the past year, it seems like it's ramped up to a huge degree, and I don't know why. And just a lot of the, like, online toxic harassment stuff. This has really ramped up the past 2 years. Oh my God. Well, it's also not just an increase in dramas; it's a increase in really bad dramas. Like it's an increase in, like, very illegal, like, upsetting dramas. Well, yeah, I mean, there's some where it's like, God, I feel like I shouldn't even talk about things on stream. There's some though that just like snowball, right? Where you're like I think the classic example that everyone knows is Pirate Software, where it's like the source of the drama is the most nothing story ever. It's the most who cares drama in the world, and yet it snowballed. It just kept snowballing forever. And like it just couldn't stop. Like it's like the brakes were cut on the car and it just kept getting worse and worse and worse. And it started over nothing. You know what I mean? But it just like, yeah, it just kept escalating. And that's probably the most extreme example of that I've seen. I mean, the other big one now that is going kind of like that, although not quite the same, is the Hassan shot caller one is really, really big right now. And that's kind of one of the, probably after Pirate Software, that's probably the biggest one I've seen that's kind of spiraled. But that one's a little different, I think, because once you start getting into politics streams, like, you're going to have so many, like, just people that are poised against you or people that are poised to support you. You'll have, like, once you get into politics streams, you'll have people that will 100% always take your side and people that will 100% always be against your side. And so anytime something happens in, like, the politics community, it's just different. Like, that community is just always more dramatic. Everything in that those communities is so much more extreme than everywhere else on Twitch. Whereas the Pirate Software was, like, not a politics streamer. It was just, like, doing World of Warcraft. I have been tempted, though. You know what? I've been really tempted to buy World of Warcraft and do some WoW streams. I've been kind of tempted. Okay. If you played World of Warcraft, which faction would you be, Alliance or Horde? That's question 1. Question 2 is which race? Question 3 is which class? When Jerma played it, you'd be a Horde? I don't even remember Jerma playing it. Although I go in and out with Jerma. Like, I love Jerma. Well, I go in and out with watching stream VODs in general. So I miss a lot of stuff. It wouldn't get you dead on WoW? You're not an MMO guy in Jet. Wait, actually, that's not true. I played some MMOs with you. I would play retail. I'd have to look at the races and stuff, but I think I'd be Druid. Even though I don't normally like Druids and things, something about the WoW Druid captures me. And no, I'm not a furry. And no, I wouldn't select Worgen. Come on. We've already passed 52 minutes. My prediction was wrong. This might be our longest run yet. I normally don't like the aesthetics of druids or like the class fantasy of druids. But with WoW, I like that they can like shapeshift and each of their forms is kind of like a different focus and they can fly. You know what? If you like story, I feel like you're not a super story gamer from what I've seen, but from what I've seen in WoW, like if you follow the story of the zones, it's actually kind of like it has kind of interesting lore. I haven't played it in a long time, and I only played up through like the very, very, very beginning of Burning Crusade. I mean, that's not when I played it. I played it during Cataclysm, but I only played it up till like the Outlands. I don't think you need to grind all that much in it. I think a lot of the time, though, it's like, well, it depends on how you want to play things, too. Like, I think sometimes people have, like, the optimal way they play it. Like, if I played WoW, I would not be following guides. I would just be off-roading and doing what I want. I would be driving people crazy in chat. What determines the end game for this is you have to get heads 10 times in a row. And on the 10th head, there's different endings. Right? So the 10th head, so right now we have a 55% chance to land on a head. We need to land that 10 times in a row. And on flip 10, then there's 5 different endings. 1 you have a 30% chance of getting, and then 3 you have a 20% chance of getting, but the only winning one is you have a 10% chance. So we need to get 10 in a row and then win a 10% chance roll at the end. So we've almost gotten the ending one time in this run. We've gotten to the 10th flip, but we failed the 10th flip. Now this is going to be depressing if we get an ending we've already gotten. And we have a 70% chance to get an ending we've already gotten. So there's a huge chance that we will have wasted over an hour of our lives and made 0 progress. Because here's the thing that's really annoying, is that whenever you get an ending, you don't get to keep these upgrades. It restarts, and all your upgrades are reset back down to 20% chance. True. But listen, we got to do it, right? This is our getting over it where we're not in control of anything. Instead of having to learn skill, it's just about perseverance of will. I mean, I won't know if I have it until we win. My self-worth is 100% tied to this game. I wonder if they added DLC that let you, like, increase the starting chance. Like, for $1... You can start at 25% chance. For $5, you can start at 30% chance. For $15, you can start at 30. I wonder how many people would actually buy those. You put in like $1,000, you get to start with like 90% chance. I bet you people would buy it. Oh. Speaking of, look what we got. All it required was downloading a save. And then beating the last boss in the Italian language. Do it. Because that was some BS, okay? This is it, guys. If it was it. Okay. I should just call it every time, and then we can clip it right before I call it, so it looks like it was a perfect call. Here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Okay, we're not doing that. Yeah, Tomba Court may be notoriously harsh, but they have no influence. No one even remembers that Tomba exists. What are you talking about? I was one of the people that cherished it, okay? It was like one of my most nostalgic games ever. It's not mean, it's just the true fact, right? Tomba is like one of the most forgotten, like, era games. I think most people probably only know of it now because it has probably the most famous games done quick moment. Listen, I'm not a Tomba hater. I'm just a Tomba hater of moments. They just pulled the, you know, like the King's Quest thing where it's like, oh, you silly moron, you fed that pie to a bear and then you played another 10 hours? Well, you can't finish the game anymore. You were supposed to give the pie to a little lad. Tomba did the same thing, okay? Listen, King's Quest is awesome. And so is Tomba. But they both... Have you played all those games? All of King's Quests? I played multiple King's Quests when I was a kid. I think the main one I had was King's Quest V, I want to say. I've not played Space Quest. I do own it. I've been thinking about playing them. I've heard that Space Quest is some of the most BS in the series. I also got another game, that I forgot about, but I have. That I could actually stream after this. When I was a kid, my dad used to, like, when he would play with us, he would act out different characters. And one of the characters was a villain. And the villain he named Roger Wilco. I didn't realize he just stole the name from Space Quest. Well, yeah, didn't Space Quest, one of them, one or two, didn't it have something where it's like, in the first room, if you don't pick up an item, you can't win the game, but it doesn't tell you until you just can't solve a puzzle or something? There's like one moment that's like the most iconic FU in gaming. Okay, this has been our longest run yet. It's been our only run that's been over an hour. Okay, I had an idea for a game to play after this, but based on how long this has taken and everything, we might not have time for it. I have a game that I want to play that I keep forgetting about. I downloaded it. It's called Stair Quest. And it's like Getting Over It, but it's based on like the King's Quest kind of engine. And it's all based on navigating these horrible pixel stairs. So I definitely want to stream that game. It looks horrible. And I am excited. But I don't know if I want to back-to-back that game and this game. If you don't get some stupid translator at the start of Space Quest 1... Oh, is that because it was like copyright protection? Yeah, because all these games used to have like manuals with like copy protection. I've never heard of that. But Stair Quest is like, it's like an itch.io game. That's a parody of King's Quest. Because King's Quest would have like horrible stairs where if you click the wrong pixel, your character just like falls off and dies and you have to load your game. So they made a game that is only that. It's like climbing a mountain up horrible stairs. Okay. At the very least, we're almost 3/4 of the way to getting the final upgrade. You know what? I can tell we're having bad luck because this is not only our longest run, but we've also always gotten the last upgrade way earlier than this. I have all of those games on Steam, and I'm tempted to do it, but oh god, I don't know. I might have to look up moments that you can just trap yourself from winning just to avoid them. I don't know. I don't know if it's better to go in completely blind, or if it's better to like look up those moments just so I don't have that happen. Come on, game. We need some combos. This is horrible. Here's the problem, though. You know, we had the excitement in our last playthroughs. But now with this one, with this monotony, we can't just end on a run like this, right? We can't just have, especially if we don't get a new ending. We can't just accept this as the end of the series, right? It makes no sense to end on an anticlimax that horrible. Frere Jacques. Frere Jacques. Okay, come on. Come on. Oh, this... just the rate at different luck you can have in this game. The fact that we beat this game at like 26 minutes. And now we're well over double that time. And we still haven't gotten the last upgrade. Just goes to show you how much worse our luck has been for combos in general. Ah, we already got that ending. Anticlimax. Curse you, game. Curse you. Curse you.